Alright, y'all, so what do y'all? This is your boy Sherry Speaks. Right now I want to talk to you guys about Marvel's Cloak and Dagger, Season 1, Episode 10, The Colony's Collapse. And I think, honestly, I think this was the season finale today, actually. But it was a pretty good episode for the most part. Continuation of last week's episode, Backbreaker, Episode 9. Tyrone, he's with his family at the moment. His father, clearly emotional. He has his son Billy's cloak in his hands. He said, "Look, I need you to get far away from here, Tyrone. I love you to death, but you need to get the hell up out of here. I need you to be far away. I don't want, the cops to find you." So the cops show up at the little soiree. The cops, pretty much Tyrone's like, "Look, Dad, I already know what you're gonna say." He's like, "You have no idea what I'm gonna say, but you need to get out of here as far away as you can, and fast as you can, son. I'll cover for you." So as his father's getting ready to explain, as the cops are getting drawn near, Tyrone cloaks up and he gets the hell up out of there. Then we get a continuation of Tandy with the sausage situation that she was in. And the police officer, the assassin that had her mother at gunpoint became Tandy's little bitch. Because Tandy, being the person that she is, she said, "Look, I already know what you want to know. Scarborough has a lot of lies. Guess what? I got every single last file you need at Roxxon. On Roxxon. I got it right here. I can give it to you. You just gotta get the hell out of my mom's house." Now, of course, the assassin calling her bluff thought that she really wasn't about to do shit. Man, Tandy went over there. The mom grabbed a damn knife, stabbed her near her collarbone. And mom picked up that piece, and pretty much it was like a bit of a tackle/scuffle between Tandy and the assassin. She got up out of there, and so Tandy's like, "Look, Mom, you need to go to such and so's place because you're being hunted by the government." So she contacts Mina. Mind you, last time we were left off, Mina was running for her life against the terrorists. A terror was actually in the house. She was hiding in the closet. She was terrified, mortified at that. Tandy comes in and saves the day. Mina tells her, like, "Look, Tandy does tell her, listen, your dad told us all about what the terrorists were. They're this way because of the stuff at the Roxxon Corp plant." And actually, Scarborough even said, and when Tandy asked him while they were in the elevator, she said, "What the hell is so important down there?" He said, "Look, power. With great power becomes more power." Because I actually saw Scarborough destroying evidence so he can get out of there with a clean slate. He wished that happened. Because Tandy actually saw his hopes and dreams. She saw his hopes and dreams. And he said, "Wait," "What is this?" She's like, "These are all your hopes. You're going to be God. So here you are." So she pretty much left Scarborough in a dreamlike state until the end of the episode, when we saw the assassin woman actually see him on the damn elevator. Which I thought was actually pretty cool. But so Mina tells Tandy about where all the crucial points are. Because mind you, at the beginning of the episode, Evita's aunt actually tells us a huge story about New Orleans history. As I was saying, Evita's aunt gives a whole backstory of New Orleans history, from how, the War of 1812, the two brothers, the sickness, all of that, and mind you this, Evita did not think that Tandy would be, a part of the divine parent, because she just based off the first impression, that Tandy gave her, she just didn't think it would happen. Because mind you, Evita's aunt goes on to say that within the divine parent, one must live, the other must die. And as we saw at the end of the episode, obviously Ty realized his purpose. After he got that cut on his arm, he realized, like, "Look, I understand why I'm able to move so quickly, because I can be there faster than you can. So I have to do this. I have to die." Of course, Tandy, obviously is against it. She's like, "That's bullshit. You don't have to die, Ty. Like you have a purpose, pretty much." She's pretty much to the variation. She's just saying, like, "Listen, you have a purpose out here. You don't have to die. It's complete bullshit. You don't have to do this." He said, "Look, it's been nice knowing you, Tandy Brown." So then Tandy's actually able to go to the room where the source of the terror magic is what I like to call it. The terror magic is present, and they are somehow able to join forces and destroy all that evil magic. I just wanted to spit that out. And also, to add a little information on Mina's part, she pulls up her laptop. She said, "Listen, there are 9 different sources of Roxxon energy." She put them near schools, a police station, which is why when Ty was actually arrested by the police, or I should just say the cops on Connor's payroll, um, him and Detective O'Reilly were actually arrested. They were put up in evidence and not in a cell. Because it wasn't, plus it wasn't legally, they weren't legally booked either, so, which is also a part of Connor's book. He also, which is obvious for obvious reasons, so then that way if he decides to kill them, he can't go to jail for it. And even he said, look, when I kill you, we'll mourn you, how great of a cop you were, and, we'll go from there. And it's funny because, while they're being held in evidence, Tyrone actually, was talking to the rookie cop and telling him, like, listen, my parents, pay money, pay taxes. You don't think that they'll be, worried? You don't think I have a mother that's worried sick about me and a father who's willing to do everything he can to protect me? You're supposed to protect me, things of that nature. But then they end up getting out after a melee breaks out at the police station between the terrorists and the damn police officers. Stupid, the police officers, they don't know that that you can't touch these damn terrorists. You turn into one of them. Now, unfortunately, as we say, as Tandy and Mina are trying to go locate the first valve to turn, the first source of the rock sound power, Mina unfortunately touches one of the terrorists and turns into one, and his face, and now Tandy's pretty much faced with an ultimatum of what to do. She said, look, Mina, I don't want to hurt you. Don't come near me. So she has her guard up. All of a sudden, Tyrone, as he's running away, because remember, this is at the point where Billy's cloak is just torn to shreds, which I think is very symbolic to me, and that, listen, it's just a cloak. You never needed it. Just as Tandy told him, like, listen, you never needed that cloak. You are who you are without it. Because Tyrone started to question himself without the cloak. He said, well, what if I do need the cloak? My brother made this, and I continued. I finished this cloak, but what if I need the cloak? And Tandy's like, look, you don't need that cloak. You're the same master lady killer baller, that you've been, without the damn cloak. So that was a nice little pep talk real quick. I like how they squeezed that in there. But anyway, Tyrone obviously came in the right time during the whole Mina versus Tandy situation. And they go back to the church, and that's when Evita shows up. She gives Tyrone one last kiss. And she's like, and Tandy's like, this moment is the one that kind of made me cringe at the way she said this. And she said, if the world doesn't all go to shit, you need to lock that down. I'm like, why'd you have to, man, there's just certain terms people just can't say. But anyway, here now, me got maybe a little cringe and a little laugh too. But anyway, Evita, still in shock over the fact that the divine pairing is both Tandy and Tyrone, and the fact that one of them has to die. And obviously she's afraid that maybe Tyrone has to die. Or maybe she already knows that just based off of what her honest told her. Now, mind you, at the end of the very episode, everyone else goes about their life. Tandy moves back in with her mother, and Tyrone moves into the abandoned church where Tandy first lived. Now, mind you, we hear, as the cops are at Tyrone's house, we hear a thump upstairs, like someone just landed on the floor. His mother hears it, or senses her baby's presence, and she goes upstairs and she looks through her drawer and she just sniffs one of her shirts and she sits down in the bed as if she's getting ready to cry. Now, mind you, I think those are the cries of joy and relief, knowing that her baby is still alive. You know what I mean? But then also tears of the fact that he may or may not return. Maybe I'm not sure. So we see Tandy there, bringing bags of food for Tyrone. He's like, I never knew you cared. And I think Tandy said something of the nature, well, yeah, there's more you need to know about me. And then, unfortunately, towards the end of the episode as well, Connors actually kills O'Reilly. She actually helps Tandy and Tyrone get to Roxxon Core to shut down the main valve and the main source of the terror energy. And so, by sniping motherfuckers, because I think that was pretty A1 and cool. She was she was handing out them bullets, you know what I'm saying? She was spraying with that rifle. And that's when Connors' bitch ass comes up from behind and shoots Connors in the back. Shoots her three more times. Twice in the chest and one right in the middle of the diaphragm, in my opinion, if I'm not mistaken. And that's when actually Connors says, you should stay in New York, bitch. That was the last words he said to her. He just kicked her into the water. And before that, he said, you couldn't just let it go, could you? He's like, well, she's like, what? Well, I mean, I have a knack for that. I mean, what are you going to do now? He shoots her one last time and he kicks her into the damn water, if I'm not mistaken. So, to see that really fucking sucks. Because now I'm wondering, like, what the fuck happened to O'Reilly now? Well, we got confirmation. At the very end, she crawls out of the swamp on some Iron Fist type shit. If you know what I'm talking about the time where not Ward, but his father comes out of the river after Ward kills him. And he just acts like nothing's wrong. But we see O'Reilly's face, and obviously something is very, very fucking wrong. Because I'm thinking that everything is cool because Tandy and Tyrone, they use their power to pretty much send all that energy up into the atmosphere, and just send it away and lock it away for good, And so, like I said, I think that ending was a little rushed and a little cheesy, I'll admit, but it is what it is. It was still a great episode. But anyway, as I was saying, I feel like maybe, and I hope this isn't true, but I really hope O'Reilly is not the main antagonist for season 2 of the show, because that would suck. I mean, she was a great character. And not only that, but before, Connors kills her, Connors threatens to kill, or attempts to kill Tandy and Tyrone. Tyrone's like, man, are you really going to try to shoot me again? And, Connors is like, nah, not you, but your little side piece right there. I have a feeling that she's not as light. She doesn't move as light as you do. So, Tyrone obviously steps in front, and he teleports. Tandy comes up, slices the gun in half, the shotgun in half. Tyrone takes him up on the top of a building. He said, look, I'm done with you taking my life hostage. I'm not afraid of you anymore. But you should be very afraid of me. Are you afraid of me? And Connor says, yeah, I am afraid. And that's when Tyrone actually sucks. I'm sorry, but actually Connors actually goes into Tyrone's cloak. I guess that's how you store away your fears or something. Maybe that's part of the power. I guess, or his power, I should say. Because we saw Tandy knock Scarborough out with his hopes and dreams, and pretty much put him in a loop. So I'm wondering maybe Tyrone's power, in a sense, in the scene in which we saw him actually pretty much engulf Connors with his fears, I guess, is his power. You know what I mean? If you follow my drift. So, I don't know, maybe we get a more explanation in season 2 or some time next week, I don't know. But I really enjoyed this episode, man. It was pretty dope. But my only thing is, when we saw Evita put away the wax sculptures of the Divine Pairing, my only question is, does she think Tyrone is dead? And if so, is that why she put the figures away and not actually just have them set out on the mantle? Or does she think Tyrone, or does she know or think Tyrone is alive and she's just saving him from safekeeping? I'm still thinking it's probably a mixture of both. Maybe she thinks that he's dead because she's just following the words of her aunt. But then I think also she believes that maybe he is possibly alive. So she's just keeping him, those 2 wax sculptures for Divine Pairing, and just for, as a reminder, like, okay, you know what they did? They saved the world. They saved Nola. Because, then we also see when Tandy comes home, she has all that stuff. She puts it down. She shows her mother the paper, and it goes, Roxanne is responsible. So that's a good thing. My only question is, so I guess Mina is dead. My thing is like, well, I mean, what about Ivan? You know what I mean? Like, what about Ivan Hess? I'm sorry about that story, guys. Try to get things out quick. That's how it happens. But I think that, like, what the hell is going on with Ivan Hess? I mean, his daughter's gone for sure, I guess. But what about him? I mean, they never really touched on that. But if he's alive, I mean, that's dope. But that's gonna suck because his daughter's gone, or so we think. I mean, if O'Reilly comes out of the damn swamp looking like a damn Hills Have Eyes / fucking Gollum a little bit, I don't know. But I mean, I guess we'll see. This is your boy Show Speaks. Hope you guys like that video. This season was pretty damn good. I like the damn show. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay notified about all my new uploads. I love you guys, man. Subscribe to the channel for more content. I love you. God bless.